It's your girl Nadi. I am back. So I have a couple of different things to talk about this morning. I just got up and I went to bed very late last night working on my brand and my website. So I've been having so much anxiety leading up to this moment. Just trying to make sure that everything is perfect and in a line, because I want to help people, and ultimately that is my goal. I truly want to help you all by sharing my experiences. So I feel the need to make sure that every single aspect of what I am doing is perfect to the point where it's crippling, because that is ultimately my goal. This is your outlet to healing, and my journey is your journey, is our journey. Make sure you guys subscribe, hit the bell, and share so that we can spread the word, spread the positivity. And I want to keep you guys updated on my vlogs. I posted a segment on my website yesterday that I want to talk to you all about. By the way, I know I look, busted, but I'm just getting up, like I said. And I just wanted to be in this moment with you all. So I was having anxiety, and I was just like, you know what, let me hop on here. I want to give you guys real, authentic footage, real vlogging of me and my episodes. So right now is one of them, and I wanted to share it with you all. It took a lot for me to get here, and the fact that I'm so close is really, really bringing my anxiety to the surface. But I'm going to proceed because I want to help a lot of people out there, like I said. And the only way I can do that is by stepping outside of my own comfort zone. So I wrote a segment on my website, which will be available for you all very soon, possibly later today when I do my website launch. But I wrote a segment called Pull the Trigger. And I titled it that because I felt like it was cute, for one, and it would draw a lot of people into the subject that have anxiety. You all know exactly what I'm talking about, I'm sure, when you hear that already. But, having anxiety for the past 12 years has taught me a lot. Ever since I stopped being afraid to face it, and I started embracing it and confronting it, I feel like I've learned so much. Like, I have many triggers, and a lot of my triggers spark my emotions, and for a long time I didn't even know what they were. I didn't know what they were called. I didn't know where they derived from, or that they even existed, honestly. But I went to therapy for about a year, and within like the first 3 sessions, he taught me all about triggers and my triggers. And since then, I just feel like I discovered how to recognize them in moments when I'm having high anxiety. I kind of like stop myself dead in the middle of a panic attack. And I pulled the trigger, basically. So that's why I called it that. I pulled the trigger because in those moments when my anxiety is trying to take control, I'm able now to pull the trigger and stop myself. So I just feel like, I know it sounds freaking impossible, right? Like, believe me when I tell you, it's one hell of a challenge. But with enough practice, you can definitely get better at doing it. So y'all forgive me, by the way. I keep looking off because I'm also trying to finish doing the last little tweaks on my website before I launch it. So that's why I keep looking off. But it's not done intentionally at all. So basically, these things are essential to healing. And what I do when I pull the trigger is I ask myself like a series of questions. No matter how upset, no matter how angry, no matter how sad, no matter how big my attack is in the moment. Because sometimes, when you have the attacks, you also have a lot of physical symptoms. And for me, my physical symptoms can be debilitating. I get numbness, I get tingling sensations, my vision is blurred. All of that is associated with having anxiety and having an episode. But still, in those moments, when I'm overwhelmed with feelings, I do this to get to the root cause of what's actually causing my episode. When I ask a question, I also answer myself. And I do that out loud, as if it's me and another person, because I realize that when I break down each scenario that I'm faced with, and I'm able to find out like where the real problem originates, I am able to pull the trigger. So that is what it's all about. That's what I mean by pulling the trigger. Honestly, I feel like not only does it help me heal, but by the time I'm done finding the truth, my truth behind it, most of the time I forgot about why I was even upset, or my symptoms have died down. I'm not even in that state of mind anymore by the time I'm done like confronting myself. I'm no longer in that state of mind, which is a great thing, because I was able to pull the trigger, pull myself out of that state of mind, which is freaking awesome, okay? I mean, I feel like I wish I was able to do those things at the start of my illness, but I had a lot to learn. And like I said, I was so busy running from it that it was just getting worse and worse and worse and worse. So you have to be uncomfortable. When you're uncomfortable, you force your mental illness to come to the surface. And that's when you attack it. That's when you attack your anxiety. You have to fight it back. And that is a part of the process of self-healing, right? Because your illness literally feeds off of you. And I've been feeding this heifer for a long time. A long, long time. So the next time you're like caught in a battle with your anxiety, don't be afraid to pull the trigger, because that is going to help you a lot in the long run. Figuring yourself out and what the root causes are in that moment. It's going to take time, and in some cases, I have moments where I'm not successful at pulling my trigger. But I have a lot more moments now that I'm more experienced and more far along in the process of healing, that I have more good than bad results. So it helps me tremendously, and I hope that it will be able to help you all. So you guys can check that segment out on my blog, on my website. Also, I guess you guys all noticed that I am wearing my hoodie that says FAME, Fight Anxiety More Every Day. This is a part of my brand. I have tons of apparel and accessories all geared towards mental illness. So check that out. I'm super excited about my FAME shop. That's what it's called on my website, because there's a lot of product on there, and a lot of people can relate to the product, and I think it'll be a great way to bring awareness throughout the world. You know, if you're walking around wearing something that announces a mental illness, anxiety, whichever, because I have several different things on the website you'll see soon. But if you're walking around wearing this, I wore this to the store yesterday, and this guy kind of turned around. I don't know if he was checking me out, but he turned around and he looked at my hoodie, and he didn't say anything, but I know that his mind was turning, from the way he was looking at me. So I feel like turn heads, stop people. That's what my brand and the FAME shop is all about, to bring that awareness, because a lot of us, we hide behind our anxiety, we hide behind our mental illness, and we feel like, if we express what we're going through to the world, we're going to be punished. I shouldn't be punished for suffering. I shouldn't be punished for suffering, and neither should you. So pull the trigger. That is the lesson for today, y'all. Pull that freaking trigger. Pull that trigger. Pull that trigger. And practice it little by little, moment by moment, episode by episode. And give yourself credit when you're able to ask a question and answer it. Give yourself the credit. And once you answer it, ask yourself the next question. I follow a series of whys. So whenever I do answer myself, well, then I follow it with why. And I dig deeper and I dig deeper until I find the root cause. And in most cases, I end up finding things out about myself that I didn't even know was there. Emotions that were buried for a long time, that came to the light. And it's like every single time that I pull a trigger, it's a weight lifted off of me, and I feel my anxiety getting weaker and weaker. So guys, trust me, these things are very helpful. Please, guys, feel free to comment below if you have questions. If you have anything that you want to share, definitely hop on. I would love the feedback, love the interaction, and love for you all to feel confident in speaking up about what you are going through, because that's what AIM-FOR-FAME is all about. I'm going to leave my website, my Instagram in the description below. I will be launching hopefully later on today. So make sure you guys stay tuned. Hop on my website when I announce the launch. I'm going to be giving a promotion as well when I open my store. I don't know what promotion yet, but it's definitely going to be something good to bring you guys and to draw you guys in. So make sure you check that out in the description below. Follow me on Instagram, subscribe, and share this to other people who are suffering. It's your girl, Nadi. Until next time, Famers.